Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, and this is your reading for March 16th through the 31st. We're going to start off by pulling a card for the overall energy of the reading. We'll take a look at your energies, the energies that are connected to you, and how they mingle in the middle. And then we'll close off the reading with an oracle card for the Sagittarian collective. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so only take what resonates with you and leave the rest. If you are interested in a personal reading, I will have links in the description below. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Creators on the Crest. Okay, Saggy, let's go ahead and get into your reading. We've got the major arcana only from the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, and we're going to see what energies are working with you March 16th through the 31st. Saggy, you got the lovers, the love, relationships, love towards your passion, love towards your family. All kinds of things could be coming up with the lovers card here, but definitely a sense of partnership coming up, and we will get into the details here. Let's get the energies on your side, Saggy, and the energies connected to you, and how these are mingling in the middle here. All right. So on your side, Sagittarius, you get the Judgment card, the Seven of Wands, and the Star. For some of you Sagittarians, this may have to do with defending yourself in some way. You may have some people who are set in their mind that you're one way, but you're not that way. And you're having to constantly fend off like misunderstandings about who you are. For others of you Saggies, this has to all do with a reflection on mistakes of the past, you know, taking responsibility for the karmic energies you've created and rising up into something new and having a real soul level recognition of that. And then you've got the Star energy coming in here, which is really, really beautiful. And I feel like this is you focusing on the best version of yourself and what you want to bring into your life, what you want to fulfill, how you're going to fulfill your purpose. That's coming in quite a bit. Okay, my nose is itching again. My nose was itching for one of the other readings. Now it's itching again. Okay, on their side, Saggy, they get the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Fool. So this person, you know, you're a fire sign. Fire, when it's ignited, it can move rather quickly. This person, a little bit slower energy, a little bit more grounded energy. They could be an earth sign that you're dealing with here. Like this stable energy for you. They also get the Devil, this which represents possibly a Capricorn, as I mentioned, the earth energy. So that could represent literally the sign of Capricorn. It could be somebody who tends to be a little bit on the controlling side, and especially when it comes to matters of the physical world. That could also be connected to their job, though, where they're in some sort of compliance and control position, or they could be like a lawyer or something like that, something where legalities and legal matters come in. They get the Fool energy too, though, and that, wow, that's like a fresher energy, but we'll have to see if that's really grounded in kind of the earthy energies I was feeling for them, or maybe they're taking a risk on something, or maybe they have a big case or something that they're working on. Definitely getting that kind of a vibe. They may be very focused on their work at this time. In the connecting energies, you get the Ten of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Definitely an ending, could be to a cycle in this connection, could be for some of you an ending to a relationship or this relationship, but I don't necessarily get that. To me, it feels more like the ending of a cycle because you have this stable, solid King of Pentacles here, which actually kind of comes from this other person's energy coming up in the middle, being very stable. So it could just be a cycle in the relationship, perhaps, that's coming to a close, or that needs to come to a close. Could be something that you all have worked through. But let's go ahead and get some clarifiers so we can find out what's going on here. This definitely feels like a partnership, a connection, a relationship, a primary relationship. So on your side, the Judgment card is clarified by the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, I think, Saggy, you've had some difficulty admitting to yourself the mistakes that you've made that have actually like impacted you, right? So you've kind of carried them around as a burden for a while. I think, you know, on the one hand, you wanted to deal with them. You wanted to kind of tackle them head on so that you could move more the way a Sagittarius moves, with moving forward with your passions. But because you were carrying around, you know, some self-imposed negative thinking, perhaps, and this could come from anytime we're reviewing or going into mistakes we've made in the past, if we're not careful to be gentle with ourselves, we can take on more burden from those things. You know, healing does not have to be, and I think this is true for you in this situation, it does not have to be where you go in and like re-traumatize yourself. You know, you don't have to go through the pain again and then, you know, like crucify yourself about it. And I feel like you've gotten into that energy. That may be part of what needs to come to an end in this partnership, because it's affecting the partnership. Your ability to forgive yourself and your ability to move forward as you naturally would be without carrying these burdens and this self-imposed martyr syndrome or whatever you've got going on here. It's time to let that go. And that's why that Judgment card's coming in. It's a rebirth opportunity for you to let that go, leave that behind, and move forward as your natural self, much more aligned with who you are. Let's see this Seven of Wands, what this defensiveness feels like here. Whoa, you got the Justice card, the Lovers, and the Strength. Some of you may have had to be legally defending yourself in a situation. You could have a custody type battle on your hands, a land or property type probate situation going on. And it's really brought up those, you know, energies of defense. But listen, you're showing me a hell of a lot of strength, a hell of a lot of love, and a hell of a lot of equality in here. So these energies together, the Justice, the Lovers, and the Strength card, and the Lovers of the overall energy of the situation, whatever, and it could be defensiveness that was created in this relationship, whatever that is, it is nothing compared to the strength of this connection, the love that's in this connection, and the opportunity for a really nice partnered match here. So Saggy, I'm thinking you kind of brought some of this Ten of Swords energy into this connection. They got the Devil card too, though, so they're not off the hook yet. But be mindful of your side of things here, because listen, there's beautiful things here. There's no need for you to feel defensive toward them. Maybe in another area of your life is something you've dealt with, but you're showing me the total ability to overcome that, and that you are overcoming it. The Star is clarified by the Queen of Swords and King of Swords. So we have a power couple here, Saggy, and the Hanged Man. I actually really like this Hanged Man because we've got Queen and King of Swords, the Hanged Man, and the Star. This tells me that some of the mental angst and the unwillingness to forgive yourself and these mental energies are being brought into balance as a result of this connection. And it's a beautiful thing. It's bringing you both into a place of surrender. It's bringing you both into a place of greater awareness of oneself. And it's bringing you into creating the life that you want to create. You're regaining your aim, Sagittarius. You are the archer, and you're regaining your aim. You know now what to shoot for, but you cannot underestimate the value that this connection has had in that and the love that's here. All right, let's look at the Knight of Pentacles on their side. The Ace of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the Temperance card. Wow, I think this person is hard at work creating something new. They're very determined. They've got a really nice, clear mindset about this. They do tend to want to skip over details at times, which is interesting because they're moving really strategically and slowly through this, and they're very determined, like I said. But they tend to think they're looking at the right details, but they're not. It's interesting. And that whole energy is pointing toward the Temperance card. So they have their own mental energies that you've got the Eight of Swords, they've got the Seven, and you know, we have the 10 in the middle. We'll see if that 9 shows up for them. They are working on this. They are working on tempering out their ability. They get their mindset, and they're not always focused on the right thing. It could be with you too, with the relationship. They could be focused on, oh, you did this. They could be focused on something you did in the past, and it's not really the current energies, but they're trying to get themselves into a place of like, okay, I can't be responding to my partner from the place of the past. I need to be more present with them. For the Devil card, they get the Four of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, this could be like a Capricorn energy. I mentioned a more earth sign, or they have that in their chart somewhere. And they are definitely focused on hard work and stability. It may sometimes come off in a bit of a controlling way. If I don't control this, I don't feel like I'm empowered. I don't feel empowered unless I control this situation, unless I control my finances, unless I dedicate exactly. You may get a little bit overly detailed, but focusing on the wrong details at times and playing into their finances. This is someone who can create a very stable environment though. And this is a spiritual lesson for them. So be mindful of that, as they may not have all the tools they need to quite work through this, but they're gathering their tools. That's what I feel like. Let's see what this Fool card is for them. The Devil, again, the Two of Cups, and the Empress. Again, this person may have the tendency, because of maybe past wounding, and we all have it, where when they feel a little bit off, or when they're taking a risk, even if it doesn't have anything to do with you personally, Saggy, when they're taking a risk, they get a little like, oh my gosh, I have to control this. I have to make sure everything happens in this order. But really what is on offer for them to learn from this is to come into their heart, and it's to surrender and know that they don't have to control it all, that they can allow abundance to come to them. They can allow it. They do need to have certain things in place, yes, and they do need to be taking action, but I already see them doing that. I think what they need to learn is at times we have to allow. Allowing things to come to you requires you to get out of your own way and stop trying to control things. It doesn't mean you're not moving. It doesn't mean you're not taking action. It doesn't mean you're not working hard. And I think this person just equates a lot of hard work to success, and they are going to be realizing they can have the hard work and they can do all that while at the same time having a better balance for that, and getting out of their own way and allowing their hard work to pay them back. Let's look at this Ten of Swords in the connecting energy. Yeah, I feel like this connection has probably gone through a bit of some fireworks here, bit of a lightning strike here with this Tower. You know, with all the love that's here and both of your independent capabilities with moving through the energies that are your own challenges to learn, I think at times you've brought that into the connection. I think at times they've projected their challenges onto you. You've maybe ended. There could have been some breakups and getting back together kind of thing. So or when they project their challenges, you take it as it's the end of the world, and then everybody ends up hurt and in pain. It's kind of one of those things where you move on a trigger, and then before you know it, like, well, this can't be, it's over, it's gone, it's done. But when really it's just a challenge for the two of you to work through. I do think this person challenges you in a way, but in a good way. There's growth here and there's love here. Let's look at this King of Pentacles. Yeah, the King of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So we have a double King of Pentacles here. There is so much stability that can come into this connection if the both of you keep working on your individual aspects. There's also the smaller tendency for abandonment issues, pains of the past, lack mentality to come in and affect the stability. I don't see it being the winner here, but with some of the challenges you've all been through, and probably like maybe breakups or getting back together, or just taking time apart and coming back together, that could present a bit of a trigger or a challenge. So watch out for that energy. Both of you have work to do. Both of you are doing work in a bit different way here. And at the same time, your partnership here makes sense. But there's some things that are being worked out or that have been worked out here. But overall, you know, we have the energy of love and partnership. And when we go through these tougher challenges of life or these big things that are really shifting us and growing us in life with a partner, it does make the connection stronger. We just have to make sure that we're not bringing we're not slinging dirt into the connection, that we're able to temper, like on their side, they're recognizing this temperance. We're being strong. We're focusing on the love and the balance on your side here instead of getting caught up in the drama. Okay, so avoid the drama. All right, Saggy, let's pull a card for you from the Daily Crystal Inspiration deck to close out your reading here. And what's coming up is red jasper, and it says, take action. Red jasper, which, Saggy, you love to take action. It's a good one for you. Check that box. If your to-do list keeps growing or you're losing motivation, shift gears and put the pedal to the metal. You are in the driver's seat. Motivate yourself to take action and cross even the most tedious task off your to-do list. Getting started is half the battle, but it's equally important to be dedicated and finish what you have begun, so you get a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day. Set realistic goals for yourself to stay on track and avoid delays. One by one, each task will get done. Your core questions are, how would it feel to accomplish the things you have been procrastinating? And what is the first step toward completion of one of the tasks? The crystal affirmation is, I can do it. And you know this, Sagittarius, you are a card of action. You are showing me you have your target now here. You have your target now here, and it's time to aim and shoot. Aim and shoot, Saggy. You got this. Take this action and bring that passion into this relationship here. Bring that beautiful fire. Yes, there's going to be times you learn how to do that differently, but bring that beautiful Saggy fire in here because you have the stability too. This has been an awesome reading. How cool. Very different, very unique to you. And I've so enjoyed doing this. I can't wait to see you next time.